of New York, Rudy Giuliani, says he wants to see the documentation before he'll accuse Russia of hacking. It all happened on a day when the focus was squarely on cybersecurity. Now, Giuliani and Partners, the consultancy security company that he has, announced it will join forces with BlackBerry to fight cybercrime. I was joined by both the former mayor and the CEO of BlackBerry, and I asked Mr. Mayor for his assessment of today's intelligence community's claim that Russia was up to it.
My opinion on that could only be based upon my reading the documents and therefore knowing what they used, how they did it, what the signatures were. So as a technical, somewhat of an expert, I would say that I'd have to leave that to, once these documents are released, I'll read them and I'll tell you what I think.
John Chen, your company, having perhaps been, I think the word beleaguered in recent years might sum it up nicely, but you really are now in the sweet spot, aren't you, of having sort of the right product at the right time for the right menace?
Yeah, yes, I believe so. Cybersecurity has always been our strong suit. Security has been with us for 30 years. We own patents, know-how, skills, technology, and we applied it to this and many other areas, including the car show that we're going to, the CES. And so, yes, we're right now at the right place at the right time.
So, Rudy Giuliani, what does this deal with BlackBerry give you? I mean, there's lots of security software. I mean, what are you going to be getting from them that you can then give to your clients?
Okay, so we have, Giuliani Partners, been in the security business for 16 years. We've been involved in cybersecurity in one way or another for 13 years, and it's the #1 form of crime growing in the world. It's a national security menace. Many of my clients that I do security consulting for, that security consulting over the years has turned to cybersecurity. In other words, that's where their major needs are. And as we investigated, we found that BlackBerry has just about the best available solutions to many of their problems. So what we will be able to do now is to have the BlackBerry team and my team analyze their problems, tell them what else they need in order to defend themselves against cyber intrusion, and put them in the best possible position to be defended, and also put them in the best possible position to pick up an intrusion early, because that's important too. If you don't pick it up early, that's when you get the 20 million identities taken. If you can get it in a week or a month, you can cut it down. But if you let it go on for 10 months or 11 or 12, then you're really finished.
John Chen, are you gearing your security protocols to private hackers or state-sponsored intrusions? Because if, as we heard today in Congress, state actors, the Russians, the Chinese, and as the mayor basically says, everybody's at it, well, you've got to be able to keep everybody out, and that means governments too.
Yeah, I don't think our software and our practice and our tool set differentiate whether you're a country or you're individuals. What we're doing is to protect institutions in the best security possible. So it's beyond whether you're a country or a private sector or individual.
Mr. Mayor, is it helpful for the president-elect to cast aspersions and to cast doubt over the intelligence agencies before he takes office?
Well, look, the reality is he hasn't taken office yet. He can raise the questions that he wants to raise. He probably wants to do a major reorganization of intelligence and how intelligence is gathered. Given the fact that we've had some serious problems over the last, really now 10, 12 years, look at the hacking into OPM, where the background checks of all those people, FBI background checks were taken. Something serious has to be done about it. And until he gets in there with his team, it's going to be hard for him to be able to say exactly what needs to be done. And as John pointed out, when we look at companies to figure out if they're secure, and when we suggest solutions, we just go wherever the evidence takes us. It takes us to an individual, takes us to a country, takes us to a company, takes us to just a site, and then we got to go to another site. So we're open. Our problem and our issue is to solve the problem for our client, and we think we can do it better than anyone.